And so what is our project? It's Open Data Policing NC. It's a web application, and it aggregates and displays North Carolina traffic stop data. And it includes visualizations, as you can see here, to make the data more accessible. And in fact, you can pull this up right now. We're launching in a few weeks. It's still beta, but you can check it out. We've opened it up for the summit here, and you can pull it up and check it out. So what data is this? It's a state-level data set. Ian's going to cover this in more detail, but basically there was legislation passed to centrally collect North Carolina traffic stops statewide starting in 2000. And so the State Bureau of Investigation collects data from the county, the state and county police departments, plus city and smaller police departments that meet a minimum population threshold. And so yeah, here you can see the DOJ website that has, this is actually for their traffic stop statistics. And it does have some reports on it, but it doesn't let you really dig into the details, and you can't get the raw data from the site itself. But you can ask for it, and that's what Ian did. And so yeah, we have this statewide data set, and so North Carolina has 100 counties, and we have 311 agencies in our data set. Here's our stop data graph, and it shows you over time there on the right, the distribution of stops per year by race right now. Right now I only have white and black turned on, and you can see those projected out over time there. And we're starting to include census data as a reference for demographic information, which isn't shown. It's right above this usually. And the ability to switch between race and ethnicity, which is also a feature on there that you can't see right here. But if you want to see the data behind this, you can click the little data tab right there, and you get the actual numbers behind the graph, so you can see what created that graph. The other feature is the search feature I mentioned. You can come in and add in your police department and various criteria to search by. Here we filtered in Durham in 2013 and on, and you can drill into the data and look at the officer ID, the officer summary, and the agency summaries from there. So quickly, I'm going to talk a little bit about the technical side for those who are interested. Behind the graphs, there's an API that powers all these graphs. And API is Application Programming Interface. It's really just like a machine-readable way, an easy way for people who want to sort of easily ingest this data. And here you can see it's just an agency ID/stops. It's a URL that you go to, and you get this machine-readable format returned. And it's all the data that powers the graphs there. And if you want to go even further, when we were building this, we wanted to be as transparent as possible. So in our documentation that we built, we included the actual SQL that we used to generate these results. And so for those who are on the more technical side, you can actually check out our code on GitHub, Open Data Policing NC. And the site that you're looking at is hosted on Amazon. We're using Postgres, and the application layer has Python and Django for the technical, or the back piece, and then Backbone and D3 for the graphing pieces.
Imagine we're in North Carolina today and you leave this conference and you get pulled over by the police. You can go on to this page and type in the date, your age, your gender, race, and you should be able to find your stop. Now, there is about a month and a half delay between when they get reported and when they're going to show up on our website. But you would then click the hyperlink under the officer ID, and that's going to populate a page that's going to tell you the career stop history of the officer that stopped you. So no one else will know it, but you will immediately get a sense. If you suspect that you were stopped for illegitimate reasons, this is kind of one way to kind of test that hypothesis, you could say. And obviously, this has value for criminal defense lawyers who may be defending clients who they suspect were stopped for illegitimate race-based reasons. So the law, as it's written, allows the data to be utilized for, quote, any valid claim or defense. So we've been kind of testing this.